Now, here's a quick one that perfectly demonstrates what happens when you mix crazy jealousy with absolute stupidity. And in this situation here, a mother and wife is freaking out because her marriage is imploding because she did just that. And of course, she's looking for a lot of pity from the Reddit community because of her screw up, and she ain't getting it. Titled, I, a 28-year-old female, threatened my husband, a 30-year-old male, with divorce over another woman's lies. How can I fix this? And a shout out to Corey for sending me this short story. She says, my husband, a 30-year-old male, and I have been together for 6 years and married for 4 with 2 kids, a 3-year-old and 1-year-old girl. My husband is everything to me. You could have fooled me, honey, from what I know what happens. He's amazing in every way, and I couldn't possibly ask for a better husband and father for our daughters and future children. How many kids do you plan on having in addition to your 2 daughters, really? I love this man more than anything, and my absolute worst fear is losing him. Well, self-fulfilling prophecy, sweetheart. He works at an office job, but also occasionally teaches a weekend morning yoga meditation class at the gym he goes to. 2 months ago, a woman who is a fitness influencer with a following of about 20,000 recently started regularly attending his classes and asked to take a selfie, saying that she wanted to give my husband in the gym a shout out for organizing the yoga classes. Okay, no harm there, nothing wrong with a little positive exposure to his teaching. But watch this. She took 3 selfies of the 2 of them, and in the last one, she randomly kissed my husband on the cheek, and my husband made it clear that he had no interest in her. Well, funny, because if a guy randomly kissed a woman on the cheek, and she didn't like it, you know darn well the reaction that could get, and the trouble, he'd lose that job. But she does it, it's okay. My husband told me what happened that very day, and he never followed her back or gave her his phone number. Okay, let's remember this. Already this woman is getting fair warning about this chick showing up at his yoga classes. And by the way, the husband could have easily banned her from them, I might add. I felt thankful and happy that my husband was honest and upfront with me about someone else testing the waters with him and him shutting her down, as a good husband would do. A few days later, this woman somehow found my social media and requested to follow me, which I denied. Okay, stalker. I kept a close eye on her social media for a little while, and a few days after that, she changed her profile picture to one of the selfies of her and my husband. Okay, that's creepy. I randomly showed up to my husband's yoga class the next week, and afterwards, I gave her a piece of my mind to leave my husband and I alone. Her profile picture went back to what it was before, and I thought that was the end of it. No, it's not. She's got 20,000 followers on Instagram. You know, while that's certainly impressive, that's by no means being a star. But she's got a big ego, and she's thinking, hey, I bet you she probably gets bombarded all the time from dudes kissing her butt, wanting her, so she's thinking, I can get any guy. She's a homewrecker. Now, this husband honestly should have booted her out of the class. He could have very easily done that with the gym, you know. So I kept showing up at my husband's yoga classes, and she was always there too, and she tried to make small talk, but I mostly ignored her, until she eventually apologized and admitted that she was out of line. Over the next few weeks, we became okay and somewhat friends, despite my husband telling me not to get close with or trust her. So, if this was a keep your friends close but your enemies closer scenario, maybe I can kind of understand this, but no, this dumb twit is actually thinking that I'm going to become friends with her. The woman is trying to get close to your husband. Why do you think she's trying to get close to you? Duh. And she's not listening to her husband, who obviously has a brain, and this woman does not. Over this past weekend, I got a text from her telling me that she felt guilty about hiding the truth and sent me several screen recordings worth of messages between her and my husband talking bad about me. The lies he would tell me, plans to hook up, etc. It all seemed real, and there was no way I could have known it was all fake, especially since she had been very friendly to me the past few weeks. You've known your husband all these years, you've had children together, he's given you no reason not to trust him, he's told you about this chick every step of the way, he warned you about her, and now you're believing her over him about these so-called texts and messages trying to hook up with her? Really? Are you that stupid? This woman obviously wants him, nothing's changed. I confronted my husband, he denied it all, and I didn't believe him. I accused him of deleting the messages from his phone. I said terrible things to him and told him to leave our home and never speak to me again. I told him that we were done and that I would be filing for divorce and he would never see our daughters again. That's it. There's one thing with her flying off the handle, being a jackass. That ain't cool, and believe me, I'd be done with the dumb bitch anyway. But threatening to never see his kids again, that's it. There's no mercy at this point. There's no going back from that. I got a call with her to get all the details and caught her in a lie, and I pressed her about it, and she confessed it was all a lie, and she broke down and said she was just wanting my husband. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Anybody with a goddamn brain could see that. She was messing with you because you're a dumbass, and you're emotional, and you're crazy jealous. Now she severed ties with you. She couldn't get it one way, her usual route, so she decided to poison things. Poison the well, and there you go. Now she'll go at your husband again because obviously he's done with you. I immediately called my husband and begged him to come home and apologize for everything I did and said to him. Today he came home after work and played with our daughters for a while and left again once they were in bed. He's been ignoring me almost completely, and he's fully right to do so. You're goddamn right. You threatened to take away his kids over this. He did nothing. He warned you about her. Now, you should have made it as she couldn't be in the classes, but still. I know I made several mistakes, you think? Becoming her friend despite my husband telling me not to, trusting her screen recordings, not trusting my husband's love and loyalty to me, and kicking him out of our home. It's all my fault. I cried myself to sleep last night and tonight, and won't be any different. I can't do this without him. Well, too late, honey. Your husband's moving on. You're a fucking idiot. He's my everything, and I feel like I've lost him. You have. I know he'll be back tomorrow after work, and that'll be my best chance to try talking and apologizing to him. What can I do to fix this and earn my husband's trust back? I thought of everything from writing him a letter, telling him how sorry I am, to how much I love him and admire him, to forcing a hug, to cooking his favorite dish, to suggesting some sort of counseling for us, but I don't know what exactly to do. Lady, you're fucked. The only thing you can do is let him come to you at his own pace, and then you can try apologizing and all that, but once you threw in that you're never going to see your kids again thing, I'd be done. Because this goes to show you how stupid this woman is, and also how easily manipulated this woman is. You can't have that raising kids. You need to have somebody that's a good partner, a good teammate in raising the family, taking care of the kids. You know, flying off the handle like this is ridiculous. And she actually fell for that crap. Now, of course, some people will say this is fake, but no, there are people that are that dumb out there. This is why I said what happens when you combine stupid with crazy jealous. So, in my opinion, this husband has every right to say adios. I'm done. He tried. He warned her. He said, but nope, she wouldn't listen. So she's not getting any sympathy from me, and she's not getting it from rest of Reddit, which is interesting because usually it's the woman who gets the sympathy from Reddit. I think I'll be looking for updates on this, but there you go, guys. And real quick, some comments here. One guy says, he did nothing wrong, you did nothing wrong, and then you threatened to take his kids away from him. If he decides it doesn't get fixed, then it's not going to get fixed. Your focus right now should be on minimizing the damage to your poor kids. How would you feel knowing you did nothing wrong and then have someone tell you that you will never see your kids again? Exactly. Remember, he went and told her when she was putting the moves on him, kissed him and all that? Nope. This woman's too dumb. Another one. You were really in a big hurry to make that bed. Now you get into lie in it and reflect on how you imploded your marriage by listening to some shit-stirring troublemaker. You knew she was bad business and you still dove headfirst into all of her nonsense. I feel sorry for your husband. Yeah. Another one, and this guy's quoting her. I can't do this without him. He says, oh really? What exactly can't you do? Be a single parent? Be a loving, trusting partner? Listen to his advice about befriending people who want to sabotage your marriage? Which is it? You damn sure sound like you could do it all without him when you flexed your muscles, which you knew very well would sway the courts in your favor. What's especially crazy is that you threaten to keep his kids away from him. Why? Cheating, whether confirmed or not, will never be a good enough reason to deny a man his own kids while simultaneously demanding child support. It just lives up to every single stereotype of bitter ex-girlfriends, ex-wives, the moment you pull this shit out of your ass. What makes you think you'd be a better parent and him an awful one? What would his not loving you have to do with his parental abilities? If I were in his shoes, I'd be so offended and immediately leave you because you deserve nothing less. You wanted to girl power your husband despite him telling you to stay away from that woman, but you knew better, didn't you? God, you sound insufferable. Well, the sad thing is, if he divorces her, she's still going to obviously, especially depending on where they live, make out pretty well. But you know what? Life is short. I wouldn't want to deal with that bullshit. And obviously this guy is a catch and a prize, because believe me, you can just tell if this woman who has 20,000 people following her on Instagram, and she's a fitness influencer, the odds are she's probably relatively good looking. And so she was chasing after this guy, then obviously other women do. So he can replace her, and obviously he does well for himself. But still, obviously it's not what he wanted, but it's a fucking mess. So to the women out there that watch this, calm down. Maybe you want to listen to your husband. And anybody that says, oh, well, SSM, you're a hypocrite, because if the guy was presented with information of the wife cheating, you'd say he should believe it. No. If the wife gave him all these reasons to always trust her, and had warned you about, say, somebody else like in the situation, then I would say the guy'd be an idiot if he instantly believed something the way this woman easily believed this woman. So there you go. But anyhow, I'll be keeping an eye out for updates here, but nobody in the comment section is buying her whining and crying and the world's smallest violin. You shouldn't either.